naturally. So when it's time to sit in the zone, he kind of do that more naturally than a guy that haven't been in that quarterback room. It's awesome to have him in there because sometimes he speak up and say some things, and so it's just a good combination of guys from top to bottom as far as personality-wise and what they bring to the room. It's been good so far.
How's your position group doing so far from a health standpoint? Are you guys relatively healthy?
Oh yeah, we're relatively healthy, and thank God. You know, we're gonna continue to work, and that's why we harping on making sure we get treatment, making sure we stay hydrated, and doing the little things so we could be proactive from that standpoint. But everything is good.
Going back to Sam, like, you were a quarterback in high school. Like, how much do you like coaching receivers who have that quarterback background? How much does it help them?
Yeah, nah, it's super helpful, man. Like I said, because they see the bigger picture before it happens. They help them with their pre-snap read. You know, we teaching in their pre-snap and post-snap reads because the defense changed. But Sam already know if a defender, if the Sam backer or the nickel backer is capped with the safety, a blitz may be coming. And he's just naturally bringing that type of knowledge to the room just off the rip of him being a quarterback and seeing the bigger picture. So all of those things are happening naturally and organic for the room, and it's been fun to see.
How helpful is it that you've known Peyton Thorne for a long time too? Those guys have a long-standing.
Oh yeah, that's super helpful. They quarterback and receiver in high school, so that's instant chemistry right there. So it's good to see a guy like Sam in the building, and he's been super helpful. You know, with Peyton and getting the guys to understand Peyton, because it's way more than just football with those guys.
What are some of the most important things if a true freshman wants to contribute at wide receiver? What kind of things do they need?
Yeah, just first off, knowing what to do, alignment, assignment, and then your fundamentals. So if I know what to do, then I know how to do it. Now I got myself a chance. So the biggest thing is being able to get lined up, knowing where to go, your assignment, knowing what to do, and then how to do it with your fundamentals. So if we could focus on those three things right there, you'll have a chance. You'll put yourself in position.
How are Perry and Malcolm doing? They weren't able to go through spring. How are they handling that?
That's always going to be a learning curve for anybody. But those guys, man, they picking it up, and they learning and growing day by day, 1% better every day.
What's the connection been like between your receivers and Peyton Thorne this fall?
It's been awesome, man, and that's a testament to Peyton. That dude is a leader. He's one of the leaders on the team. Those guys following him, they believe in him, and it's a testament to the work that they put in. Like, we ain't just start fall camp. They ain't just start working with fall camp. Those guys been getting out there this entire summer, and it's good to see because you know, all those youngins been working hard.
Marcus, is there sort of a balancing act when you look at these highly rated freshmen of you and the staff, putting them out there and give, hey, they're just true freshmen at the end of the day, or are you just saying, hey, you know, you've got that talent level, we've got these expectations for you?
Well, in any given moment, you still got to coach those guys up and put them in position to be successful too, no matter what the talent. And you know, that's where coaching come in at. But you know, it's definitely a balance, because you don't just want to put somebody in a position that they're not ready for either. So it's a balancing act on continuing to evaluate them, seeing exactly where they're at, and then as coaches put them in the best position to be successful.
How helpful has it been? I mean, Coach Dix has experience with receivers. Even somebody like Mo Harris has experience coaching receivers. How helpful is it to have that kind of brain trust?
Man, I love it. It's been awesome. And even Coach Freeze, man, he coached receivers at Ole Miss. You know, when he first got in the SEC. So you got Coach Freeze, you got Coach Nix, you got Coach Heath, you know, you got Coach Mo, and you got myself. And so the knowledge that these guys have within the building, man, it's set up for those guys to succeed.
Going back to Rob, I mean, you hear the guys talk about him, it's like, how the heck was this guy, you know, in his first year of playing SEC football? It seems like he belongs here. Just kind of, what were the evaluations like on him? And then, is he a guy that's exceeded expectations, just kind of as advertised?
Yeah, he a guy, when you watch this film and you break down this film once he entered the portal, he a guy that had the value to play both outside and inside receiver, so you know he had position flexibility. Well, when you see a guy that could do both of those things, you know he got to be a smart youngin to be able to move around. And so all of those things checked off, you know. And then he's really good at the top of his route. He's fundamentally sound. Football means something to him. He gonna do all the extra. I wouldn't be surprised if he catch a judge right now. Like, that's just the guy that Rob is, and I think that's what helped him.
You coached in the Sun Belt a little bit, and there's some Sun Belt guys on this team. Jalen, Kieran,
Yep.
Rob, I mean, you guys have found some success with that league.
Yep, man, and the Sun Belt a talented league, and those kids are, those young men are talented, and it's been good for us so far.
You have a lot of new receivers, but you had two coming. What have you seen from Caleb and Camden, knowing that there's a lot of hype and a lot of talk about the other guys, but you've got two there that are back?
Yeah, the main thing that we preach in the receiver room, man, we better together. It don't matter about hype. It don't matter about who came in. Everybody getting coached up. Everybody getting reps. Everybody go support each other. Everybody gonna be accountable to what the standard that we set in the room. And I think once you create that type of atmosphere, it's easier to block out the stuff that, or it's easier to block out an expectation that's outside. If the room got a standard that we set for ourselves. So we standards over expectations, you know, and I think the receiver room bonded to that, and that's how you keep them together. And it don't matter who out there, we represent each other, and so we gonna compete in that way, whether it's Caleb or whether it's Keandre, the standard is the same. We wanna compete, we wanna dominate, we wanna put the best plays on the field.
Marcus, from a recruiting perspective, what's working for you guys right now?
I think it starts from the top with Coach Freeze. He's an elite recruiter. I think that's point blank. And then the second part of it is you know, once you got an elite recruiter at the top and he's recruiting, it's just the standard that we set. And the thing is, we genuine in our relationships with these guys. We try to transform them. We try to build real relationships, and I think they see that. I think they see something special about Auburn, about how we go about our business, how consistent we are. And like I said, that part of it starts from the top, Coach Freeze.
Ben was talking about getting a full year under your belt and being able to kind of get those relationships. Do you feel the same way that now that you've been here a year?
Yeah, absolutely. That always helps. And now when, families coming to campus and, our program and our core values are set, which is family, right? They see that, and that's how we do everything around here, whether it's coach to coach, whether it's player to coach, whether it's coach to recruit. I think they sense the family atmosphere that is set by Coach Freeze, and I know everybody on staff is on board with that, and that's what I think is the biggest difference in how we doing everything.
Marcus, going back to the summer, what was your pitch, the staff's pitch to a guy like Keandre, who was super highly rated, pretty much could have gone wherever he wanted in the portal?
Yeah, man, just it kind of go back to the relationship, man. We huge on relationships here, and I think ultimately that's what led Keandre to come in here. I think all these youngest, man, just in the world that we're living in today, if they feel people that's accountable around them, if they feel people that gonna hold them accountable, and not only do that on the field, but also off the field, I think that's what they want. And ultimately, just knowing Dre and all of that, I think that's what it came down to. He felt that he could blossom. He felt that he could be himself here, and he also felt good about Peyton Thorne, and he felt good about the younger receivers that he could make an impact on. And so I think all of those things resonated with him, and he wanted to be a leader, and he's seen a golden opportunity to come in and be that.
What do you envision the biggest difference in the offense being from this year compared to last year?
Just guys focusing in and honing in on what's being asked to do. And so it's been good to see guys just continue to buy into exactly what's being taught. It's good to see Coach Freeze, being involved, and it's super exciting, and you can sense it from the players as well.
We've seen kind of even going back to them being in like the Under Armour games together, then working out this summer. Perry and Cam have a close relationship. How would you? They're still both really young kids. How would you kind of describe their personality?
It's awesome to see those guys. Like even Perry, he hitting the ground rolling now because he won hit this spring. And Cam, I hear Cam tackle. I know how you feel, man. So it's just cool to see that, and that that's somebody that Perry can lean on just in terms of just adjusting and adapting to the playbook, the speed of practice and the speed of college and everything. So it's been awesome to see those two together, and they feed off each other energy. And not only them two, but the entire room. Everybody feeding off each other energy right now.
Do you feel like Bryce is coming along as well?
Oh, yeah.
We'll talk about the other three freshmen a little bit more, but I mean.
Oh yeah, Bryce, man, I'm glad he is, man. One thing you can't coach is speed, and he definitely got that. And you can see his development from the spring to now. You could tell he was here this spring, just with how he's developed, and, like just knowing what to do. So it's fun coaching Bryce. He another guy that come in with the same attitude every day, man. One thing I can say about the room right now is the approach to things is a grateful, gratitude attitude, and it's been fun so far.
Now, you as the coaches aren't super involved. Obviously, it's the player-led practices in the summer. That's what Peyton has talked a lot about. That's what a lot of the receivers have talked about. Have you kind of seen the fruits of that early in camp, all that work they did with Peyton?
Oh yeah, no doubt. You can kind of tell, and not only just from making a play or whatnot, but just how they communicate with each other. You can tell they grasping what we asking them to do. You can tell it's something that they consciously worked on, and so far you can tell the dividends in it.
Thanks, Marcus.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.